As you all know, I love the first couple phases of Marvel. Shane and I have both applauded those two phases, that franchise, those 15 or so movies, as being an epic, beautiful weed story of the hero's journey. Finishing with Avengers Endgame. So it was when I saw this tweet by Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, aka whatever his name is. I go Mark Ruffalo. I go, well, that's no surprise because Mark Ruffalo is a huge Kamala, a huge Democrat, huge liberal. He has really bad ideas. I'm not saying those bad ideas shouldn't be shared, even though he has a massive audience. I think they should be. I think bad ideas die in the sunlight, right? But he has really bad takes. This is the guy when that dude was killed by the kid during the riots. Ends up being a pedophile. He wrote like "Rest in Peace, JoJo." Oh. He just has really bad takes.
His timing isn't great. Yeah.
And his timing is atrocious. He was part of that like "We Are the World" thing during COVID. Just super tone deaf, insane celebrity nonsense. But the funniest thing about this was not that all the Avengers went to Diddy parties. Endorsed Kamala Harris. But is that their message that they all decided on? Well, I'm just going to show you.
Hi, you guys. Hi, Avengers.
Hi. Hey, Scarlett.
Jumping on the call.
Whoa. I think you mean assembling. I said assembling.
Don, that's pretty good.
No, they thought it was funny.
Scarlett, it is our pleasure to come together and to get the vote out this election. Come on.
Yeah, how can we be of service?
Well, how about we start with what our voting plans are going to be, who we're going to bring to the polls with us, that sort of thing.
I think Kamala Harris needs a catchphrase.
Ooh, yes, definitely a catchphrase.
How about this? I'm just off the top of my head. I can do this all day.
Shut up.
I hate it.
Okay.
I mean, it's original, but...
What about something punchier like...
Ooh, boom. You looking for this?
Iron Man 2, everybody loved it.
Okay, again, I think we're just trying to get out the vote.
Kamala forever.
That's better.
Okay, how about I'm down with democracy? It's just clean, it's simple.
Okay, I like that.
It's hard to argue with that.
Kamala Harris down with democracy.
Yeah, I'm just going to pause it there for a second. They're suggesting that's Kamala Harris, space, down with democracy.
Yeah. They don't realize what they're saying. That's exactly what she's trying to do. Down with democracy.
I appreciate you guys being honest. Let's finish this clip.
That's meme worthy right there.
It is.
Democracy.
Oh, yeah. I'm Kamala Harris, and I say down with democracy.
Oh God! This did not go the way they thought.
They're getting memed so hard. The comments got turned off in the first 30 seconds of this being released, bro.
Nobody. It was like, I guess we didn't think about.
Didn't think this one through. Nope.
Just keep replaying it.
I don't know if that sounds the way we want it to sound, though.
I think we just need. Can we get some production though?
Jarvis.
My name's not Jarvis, but whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right. Down with democracy.
Down with democracy.
Is that what we mean, though?
Yeah, together we're going to tear down democracy.
Will you stop playing heroic music under yourselves?
Wait, do they know what they're saying? I mean, are they?
No, now it just goes into like a Kamala Harris ad.
I'm Kamala Harris.
It's crazy.
What did she say?
I'm Kamala Harris and I'm down with democracy.
I'm in an echo chamber. I never get to see her ads.
Oh, you want to see it? Here.
Click under yourselves.
This is her
I'm
ad.
Kamala Harris, and I am down with democracy. Did I sound enough like her on that one?
That was great. How many Golden Globes have you been nominated for? I'm just curious.
Tear down democracy.
Democracy.
Is that what
part, though.
Democracy. Down with democracy.
Down with democracy.
Is that what we mean, though?
Yeah, together we're going to tear down democracy.
Jesus Christ. Dawn, the secret Republican. Don Cheadle.
Oh my God. That is so funny.
Wow,
it's
great.
so funny.
So what's funny is, as typical, it's tone deaf. It's hard to know, frankly speaking, guys, how many of these Hollywood people are truly believe what they're saying. Right? You got guys like Zachary Levi, who came out and basically committed like work suicide. He just committed to.
He did, yeah.
Supporting Trump. He essentially committed like entertainment suicide, right?
Yeah, he's like, I'm voting for Trump because I support RFK. And to be fair,
he cleaned it up. He
did. Zach Levy has always been against big pharma. During COVID, he came out. Remember, we had that story where he's like, "Yo, why are you trusting these multi-trillionaire international global companies with your health? Like, do some research." And everyone's like, "Oh, you're a vaccine denier?" He goes, "I didn't say that. I'm saying the vaccine was tested, somehow made, invented, tested, and put out into the public in like 60 days. Someone needs to question this stuff."
Yeah. Well, and so my point is that all these people in Hollywood, they're going to want to keep working. And when somebody made the call to pull all the Avengers together to do this thing, who's going to say no?
Right.
Which one of these actors is going to be like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not supporting that candidate. They're just not going to. So you don't really know across Hollywood who's really supporting who until they go in and cast their ballot by themselves, or however they do it. That's when the rubber meets the road. So I don't tend to put much credence on all this BS with these people. Everybody supporting Kamala Harris because support Kamala Harris or you're fired. It's essentially the way it looks.
Yeah, and you can go look it up, but the Zachary Levi video was actually pretty good a few weeks ago when he said, like, look, this is suicide, career suicide.
He did.
And I wish that more Hollywood actors and celebrities and people that are in this industry would just understand that we need to stand up together because the industry is dying. And it's dying because everyone is too afraid to speak their mind, and it's being forced into this like progressive woke, little echo chamber that no one wants to operate with, no one wants to work with, and no one wants to watch, frankly. Very interesting the way he laid everything out on the table and said, this is where I'm going with. And you know what I love about that is him and Adam Baldwin are both hyper conservatives. And they happen to be on that show Chuck together. And then you look at the other actors that are on that show, and not a single one of those actors have endorsed Kamala Harris. And a couple of them went radio silent like 4 months ago. They're like, we're just going to wait for this election thing to blow over.
Why would you? Why would you
Right.
put your foot in it? Why would you bother to come out and support either one of these candidates when it's going to jack you up?
Right.
I just don't know why you would do it. Because let me tell you something. If Harris doesn't win and Trump does win, now you look like a dummy the other way.
Right.
I mean,
which probably like people like I can never pronounce her name. It's like Yovini Stravagic or whatever. She needs to get a more like Western friendly name. But probably why she just completely shut off media. Yeah. People like Scott Bakula, you would think Scott Bakula would promote who he's voting for. He did not. You know why? He's smart.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like when it comes to working in Hollywood, like these are working actors. They want to continue working, which means they need to keep their mouth shut. But to Zach's credit, he said, look, more of us need to just open our mouth and express our opinions because right now it's all completely dominated by one side when in reality that's not how Hollywood is. And I love to hear that because we've known people in Hollywood that share our views that shut their mouth.
Yeah, they won't admit it. And so, I mean, it's hugely brave what he's done. It's very hard to speak out when it could really impact you and it could cost you. Yeah. And so you got to say that, but we'll have to see what happens. These guys, what makes it so funny is of course they're trying to say, like a rapper is down with something. I'm down with whatever, right? I'm down with OPP. Right now they're trying to be like down with democracy, but it sounds like down with democracy.
Yeah, he even says, "I'm Kamala Harris, and I'm going to tear down democracy."
Which it sounds like they were trying to be a little tongue in cheek about it as well, But the reality is that that's the truth. Like literally, if you take a look and listen, like I said, I'm in an echo chamber, so you got to take me with an asterisk here a little bit. But everything that I experience is, removing First Amendment rights, removing free speech, taking away our liberties seems to be what the Democratic Party is trying to do. So I'm not down with that. And I'll be voting.
I am not down with democracy.
My vote is only a vote, though. So it really takes
one
a
vote.
lot of people to do it.
Yeah, it's one vote, unlike other people who has multiple votes. Now there's no ID required. I'm just going to do like a domestic United States tour and just hit up every polling place from here to, Washington or whatever.
I'm still trying to figure it out. Like when I go vote in person here, I'm in California. Mm-hmm. When I go vote in person, they ask me name and address. Right. And then, they're not going to ask me for my ID, but they do ask me name and address. Now, if I don't give them a name and address that's correct, what happens then?
Nothing, Shane.
No, I'm just saying I don't get to what I'm. So
no, that's the answer. Legitimately, you can give them an address to an Arby's that were closed down 10 years ago, and nothing matters.
Well, I'm saying they look it up on the voter roll. You have to be registered to vote. So there are things in place. Like when you go to vote, there's a whole list of names and addresses,
right,
in the voter roll. And you give them the name and address, and they look you up, and they go, "Oh, boom, there you are."
Yeah, except for Mug Club did an investigation in 2000. I believe it was 2022, where they went and gathered all the voter rolls from Arizona, right? All the addresses, and they went and looked at all these addresses, and there was like 50 people registered on the same empty lot, and just coincidentally all voted for Biden.
That's what I'm saying. It's more detailed than that. So you have to. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's not just casual. You're not just going to go. You know what? I'm going to go vote twice. Like you got to know where you're at, what address you're using. You got to know that it's going to be there. There's a preparedness that has to occur. You have to be planning this out in advance.
Yeah.
There's a place where homeless people, I guess, register. They have homeless people registering to vote, and there's hundreds in Philadelphia, hundreds and hundreds of people who vote from the same place. So you're right. You could be like, I'm Jack Thomas. Oh, I'm Jack Thomas Jr. Hey, I'm Jimmy Jones. You could go in and just say you're a bunch of different people and keep voting for the same candidate. But it does take quite a bit of, planning. You're definitely planning this out.
I'm going to go in and then come back, put a fake mustache on, go back in, go out, take my hat off, go back in, go out, put a beanie on, go back in.
Well, you can go to different polling places. So that's the other thing is like, you don't just go to one polling place. There are multiple locations. You can go anywhere in your area and do it. You don't have to go to one specific polling place. So it could be done, but like I said, it's premeditated.
Right.
Not just anybody can go vote multiple times. You got to know who hasn't voted. It's deeper than this.
It is deeper than that. Well, let us know what you guys think about tearing down democracy.